So my very first console ever was none other than the Sega Genesis. And of course that meant I own a copy of Sega's poster boy, Sonic the Hedgehog. It gets fuzzy whether I played the first game first or if I played the second game first, I don't remember. Now I never owned a copy of the actual original game. I had this 6-pack. It's a cartridge with multiple games in it and it happened to have Sonic. I did own a copy of Sonic 2 and Sonic and Knuckles, sadly not Sonic 3 to slot it in, which is a shame. That makes me sad. The console was a hand-me-down. Now for a while, this was my only experience with Sonic. That was until I played the advanced games and Sonic Rush. Oh, and Sonic Spinball, we don't talk about Spinball. Sonic Advance and Sonic Rush was like my first exposure to other Sonic friends such as Cream the Rabbit, Blaze the Cat, which became one of my favorites, and Amy Rose, a character that I used to hate for literally no good reason. Going back and like trying to remember why I hated something is kind of a doozy. It's like trying to remember why I hated Mega Man Star Force so much when I hadn't even played it back then. Which it was because EXE was gone, but hey, Classic was gone in X, X was semi-gone in Zero, Zero was gone in CX, and that was never an issue. So what sense does it make to dislike Star Force for such a trivial matter? That makes no sense, does it? Understanding my mindset back then was kind of a nightmare. Actually, understanding my mind right now is still a nightmare. But for Amy Rose, it was more of outside influence. At some point, I started using her in Sonic Advance, and the group of dorks I used to hang out with in the playground, who were big Sonic fans and that play the Sonic Adventure games and Sonic Heroes, just told me, Amy sucks, she's the worst. And they were also pointing out how her moveset in Advance just wasn't the best. It was kind of like she can't spin like Sonic, so you can if you press down you lose your momentum. Which replaying this game after so long and not being able to roll into a ball definitely feels off. I like the high jump though, straight up from Adventure 1. Anyways, I had no context for this Amy hate, since Sonic Advance ain't exactly known for its heavy plot and animated cutscenes. At this point, Amy for me was just like a pink hedgehog with a big hammer that whacks things. But the boys were like so dead set on the idea, she just sucks, she's the worst. Eventually, I got into the show Sonic X. Now, before Sonic X, I had watched Sonic Underground. I really liked that one, but because Amy is in it, I'm gonna skip it for the story. I think the Amy from Sonic X was pretty good. She was obsessed with Sonic, yes, but there was like a lot more to her. There was like this episode where Chris was desperate to know where like Sonic was, and if I recall Amy being relaxed and understanding, hey, that's just how Sonic is. He goes where the wind takes him, he's free. She's also like someone who likes helping her friends and can be quite scary when she wants to be. This scene has never left my head. And like she had a lot of moments where she just does her own thing and Sonic ain't even a factor. Heck, she even has some like cute moments with Sonic, like during the Metarex saga, where Sonic was scared of water and holding her closely. Look at that girl, she's having the time of her life right now. Bet she would love to be stranded with Sonic on Blaze's world. After that experience, I played Sonic 06, and I actually like it. I was like 9 when this game came out. Look at these graphics! No, not those ones. Don't look at those ones. Honestly, I think the only two things that shocked me about this game was one, seeing humans in Sonic. Believe it or not, I had somehow found a way to avoid them for that long. And having Sonic in a romantic relationship with a human woman, or it being teased as a possibility, which as I would learn later in life, it wasn't even the first time, but I thought Amy was good in this game. I mean, I don't like how she hits Silver when she realizes it's not Sonic. Seriously, do all hedgehogs look the same to you? We did this with Shadow not that long ago. I'm starting to think you might need glasses, Amy. Now, those Sonic fans during this era seem to really hate Amy, saying she was annoying, overly obsessed.
I sense Sonic's presence here. Call it my girlish intuition.
That's ironically a very funny line. I wasn't particularly bothered by Amy being so obsessed with Sonic, because this wasn't like my first rodeo. A lot of people to this day seem to dislike, for example, like Pepe Le Pew for being obsessed and like forceful to the point of being creepy. Of course, a lot of people don't understand that the whole point of the character is that it is creepy. That's the joke. He even gets to feel what it's like to be on the receiving end of it, which haters of the character tend to omit saying when they make their arguments.
Oh no! Control yourself, madame.
Amy is a relatively similar archetype. I say similar and not the same because Pepe is definitely meant to be more forceful and to be seen as a bad thing, as sort of like a parody of a bad type of man. Whether you like it or not, or think it's done in a funny way or not, that's up to you. I think for Amy at least, her obsession kind of like fluctuates from good to bearable depending on the game and show. Sonic Heroes, in my opinion, probably being the worst case. I had not even played this game back then, and people were showing me this thing and pointed out, see?
Amy, what are you doing here?
Sonic, this time there's no way out of marrying me.
She's bad, she's annoying. Sonic 06 definitely did not help her case, but like I remember watching Shouter more or less around that time. A pretty good and out there show that also happens to have that sort of archetype. Panini is a female character who's obsessed with the protagonist and she's absolutely relentless. She also happens to be pink and has a heart as her main icon, a symbol of love. She's basically just crazier Amy. Now, a reason why I think maybe people dislike different iterations of Amy may also be because Sonic games always have like a different tone. They can go from cartoony to goofy to serious to somber, and Amy's archetype needs to be like dialed up and down accordingly to like fit the story. And so people might prefer her bar higher or lower. But like at this point, I clearly did not really hate Amy. It was more like my friend group telling me that I should, and me just like giving in and thinking, well, they play more games than me, they should know better. She sucks because she's an obsessive, self-proclaimed girlfriend. No self-restraint or respect for personal space. She's clearly annoying. There's also the fact that like I recall a lot of boys disliking her because she was like so overly girly and like magical girl coded. Am I the only one who feels like Amy is magical girl coded? Like the magic weapon, the cutesy dresses, the pinkish, I don't know. Amy is like a character that's like very in touch with like her emotions and always tries to like see the good in people. So I kinda would understand in a world where like there's not really other characters like her, she will be like the odd one out. But then like we fast forward to like the present day and well, look at that, those same people who were trying to convince me I should hate her for those same reasons now are complaining that like her modern representation is like not headstrong or like as obsessed with Sonic. I recall Sonic Generations rewriting being like particularly a point of contention, which like yeah, it's funny seeing Sonic like holding her back, but it's not like she doesn't try anyways. In both versions she jumps straight up at him. She's just like offering cupcakes right after. Which to me, I mean, it makes sense. It's his damn birthday. Am I like the only one who felt like Sonic fans were like overreacting over this one? What am I saying? Of course they were. And before that one, we also had like Sonic Frontiers, where people also seem to dislike Amy's interactions with Sonic. Which I gotta be honest, I love her interactions with Sonic. It's so rare in the games to see them like having just like casual, actually meaningful conversations like this.
Hey, still thinking about the Coco?
Yeah, and more. I'm not sure what happened, but I know what I saw. A love that transcended time. I believe in that power. When this is over, I want to share that love with the world. Even though it may take us far apart.
I know you'll do great. I want to hear all about it when you come back.
Like seriously, isn't this what those fans wanted? I thought she was annoying because she was forceful, but now that she's not, you still hate it? Nah. I am like convinced that the people who hate the way modern Amy is portrayed are not real Sonami fans. Like a real Sonami fan, and God knows I've seen their queen, a real Sonami fan knows For a fact, they have been eating good. I mean, look at the IDW comics. Are you looking at this? This is adorable. There ain't no way someone is a sheeper and does not appreciate this. I don't believe you. You aren't a real Tsunami fan, you faker. She's even gonna be in the fourth Sonic movie. Her fans gotta be celebrating at this point. Heck, this isn't even the first time we had an Amy that was more than a love interest. Like, way back, we had like Sonic the Comic, which also had like an Amy that was quite different. She started like very Sonic obsessed at first, and then like she evolved as time went on, having like a crossbow instead of like the Pico Pico hammer, being quite a badass honestly, and going on like her own adventures with like Techno the Canary. I recall really liking this version of her when I got to read it. I don't know, at least for me, I always thought like Amy being more than a love interest. I can't believe I even need to say that. She's like the heart of the team, right? An emotionally mature character that's there to like support everyone when they need it. Something that is like even used as a gag in the Boom show and was like established all the way back in the adventure games. Honestly, it's not that complex. I think the way they play it now is fine. I have no issue with it. If anything, it feels like Amy has grown and has learned that she has better chances with Sonic if she respects his boundaries. Now they seem to have more of like a back and forth, and I like that. It's cute. Seriously, what were they even complaining about back then? I just don't get it. They were wrong back then, and guess what? They are still wrong now. Amy is a great character. I mean, I still prefer Blaze, and Blaze is still my favorite, followed by Shadow, but I appreciate Amy, and it's weird to think there was a point where I hated her for no reason just because like my social circle happened to dislike her too. It's like very interesting how like the environment around you sort of like warps your perception of things. I'm glad I didn't like grow up to be like an Amy hater. Heck, I don't think there's like a particular Sonic character I dislike. I mean, there's ones that I care less about, like, I'm sorry to say this, I'm not like the biggest Charmy fan, but like I don't think there's like a character that I can go back and think like, man, I really hate this one. And definitely not Amy. Like, why would I hate Amy? That just make no sense. I honestly don't know where the kids are the playground we're talking about. It's a weird memory to have now in hindsight, like thinking back, and I used to have such an unreasonable hate for Amy based on nothing except what others told me about the character. That is insane. This video was made especially for Deb and literally nobody else. Merry Christmas, Deb. You wanted me to jap about Amy, and I believe you're present. I hope you like it. Merry Christmas, Deb.